Okay, good afternoon, everyone. This will be recorded, as I will send it to everyone at the end, and anybody who has not attended, I will send the recording to. I am Christine Nocciolo. I am a franchise specialist with FranNet. Thank you for attending our webinar this afternoon. So who is FranNet? FranNet has been around for about 29 years. We have over 80 offices, 3 in Germany, and we just opened 1 in England. We help potential entrepreneurs find a franchise that fits their profile at no cost to them. I will now introduce you to Lori, who is going to speak to you about the best semi-passive franchise for 2017. Lori?
Thank you so much, Christine, for the invitation, and thank you so much to each and every one of you that joined the call today and took time during your lunch break. And I'm so impressed with all of the people that I see that have logged on to our call today. It's an absolute pleasure for me to introduce you to Cookie Cutters Haircuts for Kids. We are the market leader when it comes to the children's hair care industry. We have a great business opportunity for each and every one of you on the call today, and I'm so thankful for Christine allowing me the chance to invite you to explore Cookie Cutters. Before I get into my presentation, I want to just highlight a few of the things that have really been very appealing to not only our franchise partners in our family currently, but to the corporate executives that I speak with every day. Cookie Cutters Haircuts for Kids is a business that really allows you the ability to diversify your financial portfolio if that's what you're looking to accomplish. If you're looking for an opportunity to perhaps semi-retire and have multi-units with great return on your investments. If you're looking for a business that's a need versus a want, this is a great choice for you. We know that families will always have children, and their children will always have hair that grows. We know regardless of the economy and the status of our economy, that doesn't affect children's hair from growing. And we also know that our model isn't a fad. It's not a trend. It's not a business that's going to be replaced by Amazon.com or technology, right? All of us on the call today, if we have children, we can't hop in the computer and get our children's haircut. They need our business in your local community. This business is also recession resilient. So if you happen to be a person that's risk adverse, that's okay. This business will help you feel more comfortable in fulfilling a dream. And we have franchise owners in our system today that will validate that. They made it through the difficult times in 2008, 2009, 2010. So this is a business as well that you can be hands-on, or maybe you're looking to be a semi-absentee owner and only invest 5 to 10 hours a week. You'll fit right in with our family. 95% of our owners are semi-absentee owners. So not only is this business a smart investment for people that are looking to diversify their financial portfolios, but they're also really people that believe we are a smart investment for the whole family, because this is a feel-good, fun business that really makes a difference in the life of a child and the life of families. And it's one that you can leave a legacy onto your children in the future. We know when they grow up and have kids, their kids are going to need a haircut. So our story starts in 1993 by our founder, Cookie Shelton. And many people actually really want to know, how did our name come about? Why did we name it Cookie Cutters Haircuts for Kids? Well, the name is based off of our founder. And by the way, she's still a franchise owner in our system today, running her stores in Indiana. But it also has much more synergy than just the name of our founder, which is very important. But it also has synergy with franchising. Franchising, as Christine will tell you, the expert in franchising, is all about systems and processes and duplications and consistency, kind of like a cookie cutter's model, right? No pun intended. So our name really is intriguing and appealing to people because it sticks. Nobody forgets the name Cookie. And our story starts with Cookie in 1993 when she was thinking of becoming a business owner. She was wanting a business that was in need, a business that had a target demographic audience, a business that would allow her repeat business without having to sell or cold call or how to figure out how to get people to want her product. She also wanted a business that would give her good return on investments. And many people told her, Cookie, you're looking for the impossible. Well, while her and her husband Larry Shelton were vacationing in 1993, they stumbled upon a children's hair salon. Now, it didn't have the entertainment component, nor did it have why we do what we do, which you'll learn in just a minute. But what it did have was a salon full of kids, a target customer base. It had a need in that community. And Cookie realized it also has a repeat business because hair grows and kids are going to need a cut. So Cookie didn't have hair care experience, and none of you on our call today need hair care experience to join our family. She took a leap of faith and said, this is what I'm going to do. She saw a need in her community in Indiana. She went home and opened her first salon, and what she didn't expect to happen was that the customers would not only say, wow, we love coming here. You understand our need. You understand our child's fears. You do great cuts. But they also said, how can we own one of these? So Cookie and Larry Shelton never really planned to franchise, but they were forced into it in 1994. And we are the first children's hair salon to franchise in the United States as well as Canada. So it's really a pleasure for me. I'm very proud to be on the call with each of you today to continue Cookie's legacy, to open more salons throughout the United States and continue to be the market leader in the children's hair care industry, as well as expanding in Canada. We have 38 stores currently open and operating. We have a 50-store deal signed by an area developer. And in the past 6 to 8 months, we have also awarded another 32 franchise owners and close to 100 salons that will be opening within the next few years. So I am so excited for all of you today to have the opportunity to learn more about what we have to offer you, your families, and your communities. So if I fast forward you from the 1993-94 area time period or so to 2006, I would introduce you to Neil and Alexis Courtney. Neil and Alexis Courtney live in Salt Lake City, Utah. In 2006, Neil was the CEO of Mrs. Fields Cookies, and Alexis, his wife, was a high school math teacher, has a passion for helping children. And while they were beginning a family, they were also looking to diversify their financial portfolio. They were looking for a business, perhaps like many of you on our call today. Now, what they didn't have is the right fit. And I find that really interesting, knowing that Neil Courtney comes from the franchising world and has been exposed to all of these different types of franchise opportunities, but maybe like a lot of you on the call today, he's particular. He is a numbers guy. He loves to be analytical. He loves to dive into ROIs. And when his daughter was 2 years of age and his wife was struggling to take her to get haircuts and coming home and feeling like she was a bad mom, her daughter was crying, she wouldn't sit still, patrons were looking at her like, lady, control your daughter. The stylist didn't know how to help her with the fear that her daughter had for getting a haircut. Alexis decided there's got to be something out there to help moms like me. She did some research, and she did find a cookie cutter's location in Draper, Utah. She made an appointment for her daughter. And what Alexis will tell you when you get a chance to speak with her is that her life changed. And I know that sounds simple. A child's haircut can change a life. But if you're a mom or a dad on the call today and you've had a child who doesn't like to get their hair cut, who kicks and screams and cries, or maybe like my son, tries to bite when the scissors come toward their head, you know the need in this particular category, somebody to help them. So Alexis scheduled the appointment, went into the cookie cutter's location, and her daughter ran and played on the playground. The stylist attended to Alexis and told her, "Mom, don't worry, we've got this under control." It was a family feel. It was an environment that was caring. It was an environment that said, "We've got this under control." And they left that day not only with a great haircut at a reasonable price, but they left also with a relationship for the future, not just for her 2-year-old daughter, but for also all children for their family to come. So Alexis called her husband and said, "I found the business that I want to buy." They got a little chuckle because here Neil was the CEO of Mrs. Fields Cookies, and Alexis called saying, "I want to buy a cookie cutter's haircuts for kids." And maybe there was a reason for that synergetic word or so. And Neil said, "Well, let me take a look at it." So he dug in deep, like each and every one of you are going to do today as you follow Christine or your FranNet consultant's guidance throughout the franchise process. He looked at and did his homework on the model. Is there room in your community to grow? Is it a viable business? Is the support system strong? Does it make money? And at the end of his due diligence, they decided to join the Cookie Cutters family, becoming franchise owners in 2006. And over the next few years, they actually grew their business to own 8 stores and dominate and monopolize the Salt Lake City market, just as you can do today, because we are open in your market currently in New Jersey as well as New York. Now, in 2010, Neil was promoted from Mrs. Fields Cookies to become the CEO of Famous Brands. And I'm sure if you research Famous Brands, you'll recognize the franchises in that mother company. He packed his family up from Salt Lake City, Utah, and moved to Colorado. He ran Famous Brands, oversaw 1,000 franchise owners. So when people say to me, "Lori, are you sure this is a semi-absentee business? Are you sure I only need to spend 5 to 10 hours a week?" Well, not only will you validate with my franchise owners that that's what they spend in their business, but I have a CEO of our company currently today, Neil Courtney, that will tell you he ran 8 stores from another state, flying in 1 time a month. So while Neil was heading Famous Brands, and by the way, I will be more than happy to also provide you with names of franchise owners in TCBY, Mrs. Fields Cookies, American Cookies, and more that will tell you about Neil's expert leadership ability. While he was leading that team, an equity firm came in and acquired Famous Brands and really changed the culture of the company. I know you're just getting to know myself and Neil and our opportunity, but please know that Neil is known in the franchising world as being franchisee oriented. Number 1 for him is your success. So when the company changed the culture of the organization, Neil resigned. He moved back to Salt Lake City, Utah, and ran his 8 stores and continued to be the entrepreneur that he is. And he got a call from Cookie and Larry Shelton in 2014, and they said, "Neil, this is the time to make a change. We are the market leader, and we need to continue to grow. And you know how to strategically do that. Would you like to acquire the business?" So Neil again did his homework, and they purchased Cookie Cutters Haircuts for Kids in January of 2015. They did sell 7 of their stores at a 3 times earnings, and today they are currently your owners. Neil serves as our CEO and Alexis as our COO. And I think it's a very unique business opportunity that FranNet has brought each and every one of you to take a look at today, because our original founder is still a franchise owner in Indiana. And our current owner and CEO has been a franchise owner in our system for 10 years. This is a system where they can say to you, here's what works and here's what doesn't work. Not off of operations manuals, but off of tried and tested hands-on systems. So that's a little bit about where we've come from and who we are today. Now I know that you don't have a cookie cutters locally to go and visit, although we are coming soon, I can guarantee that. I like to really just describe our environment. When you and your children come into a Cookie Cutters Haircuts for Kids location, you come into a salon that's safe, it's fun, and we make sure that it's a family-friendly feel. When you come in, you'll have a reception counter, couches and chairs. There's a playground area for kids to play on. There are 6 salon stations that are equipped with games and children-appropriate movies. And there's fantasy chairs that the children can pick from. You as an owner get to choose from those fantasy chairs. And by the way, Larry Shelton, our original founder, is the manufacturer of our chairs. So we keep that in-house as well. We're a family. We're a solid team. So while you have your 6 stations and your fantasy chairs, you also have adult seating as well. This is the one link that's been missing in the hair industry. We have adult seating as well because we tend to children from the ages of 1 to 2 up to 12 years of age on an average. There are no salons that cater to kids between the ages of 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Cookie Cutters does. We have a mission in our salons to provide every child in your community with the best cut at the most reasonable price, but we also want to build their self-esteem and their confidence. So what we do are haircuts, and we're the best at it in the industry. Take a look at anybody else out there. We're blowing the numbers away on our growth and our strategic plan to find the right partners. But why we do what we do is really unique and different. We know that kids get bullied. We know that people judge others for religions and cultures and color of our skin. At Cookie Cutters, we welcome you and them with open arms. We have these children in our salons for 10 years, period of time, and they're on an average coming back every 4 to 8 weeks or so. So not only can we give them another great quality haircut at a reasonable price, but we can also really work on who they are internally. So with our skilled staff members who are professional cosmetology employees, you're working with skilled employees, we also take the time to really focus on that child's internal well-being as well. So when they leave our salons, they leave with a treat in hand, like a balloon or lollipop or a cookie cutter to bake cookies with mom and dad at home. But they leave also with a great cut, a smile on their face, and feeling just as beautiful or handsome on the inside as they do on the outside. And if any of you on the call today have kids, you know that there is a connection when somebody takes care of your children, whether it's your pediatrician who makes sure that your child's healthy, whether it's a babysitter who allows you to go enjoy dinner with your spouse at night without getting 10 calls in an hour. If it is a teacher that makes a difference in your education of your child, you want that teacher again. Well, Cookie Cutters falls in that category because we become a lifesaver for families who have children who have a tough time with getting a haircut. Or maybe they just have kids that need a haircut and want a salon where they feel welcome. So regardless of what the child's need is, Cookie Cutters is really devoted and committed to being the life saver, I guess kind of the obstacle, the company that can overcome any challenge that that child might have. So whether they are afraid of strangers, if they have a phobia of their hair falling and losing a part of themselves and we have to turn the chair to get their attention away from it, if they have a cognitive issue, If they have Asperger's syndrome, Down syndrome, autism, we're there for them. Our staff members are trained not just on how to cut hair, but how to deal with children specifically with a need. And if we get into working together after this call, I'll be more than happy to get into more details about how we do that. And our model is unique because we are not a discount hair salon. We are not competing against mom and pop boutique salons, barbershops, supercuts, great clips, etc. They compete against each other. They want you in their seats. They don't want moving targets. Cookie Cutters does, and they become a referral source for us. We have salons right across the street from Supercuts and right across the street from mom and pop salons, and they send families and children our way. So why did FranNet choose this model to be one of the best picks for 2017? Well, not just because we have a proven track record and system and happy franchise owners, and we are the #1 in the industry when it comes to children's hair care, but we have a business that's simple. If you on the call today are looking to make a change, build wealth for your family, be the best in a particular industry, perhaps make a difference in the community or a child's life, and you're needing a business that's simple, that will create income for you, and that will allow you to have a quality of life, please take a look at our model. And here's how we do that for you. We focus on the experience, the quality cut, great customer service, and we focus on services that drive your bottom line number up and not down. We don't do birthday parties. We don't do manicures, pedicures, ear piercing. We focus on what works. We focus on the track record since 1993 to be one of the highest average net income salons in the hair industry. And the way we do that is focusing on haircuts and styling. Number 2, we focus on merchandise. And we can get into much more detail about this after the call today when you and I connect personally. We also get involved with the community. This is a feel-good, fun business. You can be proud to walk out into your community and say, I'm an owner of Cookie Cutters Haircuts for Kids, and we are the best at cutting children's hair. And by the way, we make a difference because we open our arms to all ethnicities, and we open our arms to all children who have a need. So we focus on schools and daycares and religious organizations and pediatrician offices and Boy Scouts, Girl Scouts, YMCAs. It's limitless where we can market our business. This is also a business that offers you revenue on an ongoing basis. So you don't have to go out and sell. You don't have to cold call. You can really know that you have repeat revenue because children's hair grow and they've got to get it cut on an average every 4 to 8 weeks or so that they're coming in to visit. I'll run through this slide pretty quick. The industry is strong. It's an underserved market. Surprisingly, it's a $6 billion industry, and it hasn't even begun to be tapped into. There are 74 million kids in the U.S., with the majority our target customer. And my favorite slide or stat on this slide is that there are more than 4 million babies born every year. Every 8 seconds, a baby is born. So what does that mean for you today as future Cookie Cutter Haircuts for Kids owners? What that means is when your customer transitions out at the age of 12 or so and they grow up, it's a fact of life, you've got future customers coming in every day that are going to now be your customers again for the next 10 years, every 4 to 6 weeks for a cut. Our business model offers, again, semi-absentee opportunity. 95% of our owners are semi-absentee, either still in corporate America or managing managers in a single store or multi-unit stores. The responsibilities are simple, whether you are semi-absentee or hands-on, hiring and managing your staff, getting involved with the community, feeling proud of who you are and what we do, handling payroll, which is typically by QuickBooks, ordering inventory only when needed, and scheduling staff's schedules. Not a lot of moving parts, simplicity at its finest. You do not need to have hair care experience to be a part of our team. 90% of our franchise owners do not have hair care experience. The other 10% have actually been managers who've acquired the salons when the owners have decided to sell. But we have all walks of life from every type of career path, and we welcome you to explore our opportunity as well. Our investment starts at $90,000. On an average, we're ranging $90,000 to $130,000, one of the lowest retail franchise opportunities, and we have a wonderful return on investment. So our investment from $90,000 to $130,000 on an average is turnkey. That includes your franchise fee of $35,000 for your first store. That includes construction externally and the internal build out of your store. That includes software, initial inventory, training. This is a turnkey process. Should you decide to be multi-unit owners, and many of our franchise owners decide to do just that and really build wealth for their families, you also get discounts on the additional units, and we can definitely discuss that further should you decide to explore our opportunity after this call today. We have a fantastic franchise disclosure document. And if you're working with your FranNet consultant, you will learn about franchise disclosure documents. They're required by law, and we are transparent. This is one of the only franchises that I have been affiliated with in my 11 years in franchising that gives you, as the prospect, everything that you need without saying, go call franchise owners and ask a dreaded question, how much did you make last year? We give it to you. So our franchise disclosure document shows every store open in our inventory. It shows their gross sales and their net income. And you will see a large spectrum from incomes from $40,000, $50,000 on average up to six figures net income. We are showing on an average net profit percent of about 25 to 28% off of gross sales. We are on an average cash flowing by the 5th to 6th month. And our franchise owners are seeing a return on initial investment on an average at about 1.5 to 2 years. So again, a business that makes financial sense, a business that's simple, a business that's recession resilient, a business that allows you a quality of life, a semi-absentee opportunity, and really a business that is a feel-good, fun business that you can be proud of and potentially leave a legacy onto your children. So with that being said, I tried to keep it, Christine, right at 25 minutes or so. I want to thank all of you for your interest in Cookie Cutters Haircuts for Kids. It would be my extreme pleasure to work with you and be committed to helping you do your research. And I look forward to hearing from you soon. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Lori. I truly appreciate it. If anybody is interested, I should back up. I will be sending everybody the recording. If I already have a personal franchise assessment for you on file, I can forward it to Lori, and we can start the process of you speaking with her and learning more about cookie cutters. If not, I would need you to fill one out, but I will be reaching out to everyone and sending them the recording. Thank you, everybody, for attending. Have a great day. Bye.
Thank you, everybody. Bye-bye.